Step right up, let's take the dive. Crypto world is coming alive. From XRP to the blockchain beat. Join the crew where pioneers meet. Got builders, dreamers, paving the way. Multi-chain vibes, we're here to stay. Wanna know? Don't wait, let's go. Dip a toe, join the Web3 flow. Take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe, show, living the dream. From the ledger to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take that chance. Join the vibe, let's crypto dance. To crypto dance. Faces of crypto, stories we share. Early adopters, they're everywhere. From XRP to the Web3 wave. Bold moves, only we're here to pay. Melissa and Simon, they light the way. Every week it's a crypto play. Wanna know? Don't wait, let's go. Dip a toe, join the Web3 flow. Take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe, show, living the dream. From the ledger to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take that chance. Join the vibe, let's crypto dance. Let's crypto dance. No advice, just a spark to ignite. Do your research, keep your vision tight. Community strong, we're building the way. Dip a toe show, here to stay. Take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe show, living the dream. From the ledger to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take that chance. Join the vibe, let's crypto dance. So take a chance, don't be shy. Crypto's calling, we're reaching the sky. Join the movement, come take a look. Web3's rising, the world's been shook. Ooh.
The world's been shook. Ooh. Huh?
Wake up! Wake up!
Good evening, Simon. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing very well, and good evening to you and all the Dipatoers out there in the great United States of America and all across the globe, because we are broadcasting live on IMU TV. And Miss Melissa, how are this fine illustrious hump day?
I'm doing fantastic.
You look fantastic. You got like a little glow going.
I got the Keita's brew on me.
Oh, shoot.
That's what it is.
Oh,
It's the Keita's brew. It's on my face. I told my boss today. She's like, you're looking a little bit glowy. What are you doing? I was like, oh, what? You like that? And I was like, my good friend Keita, she's got a little Keita's brew. And she's like, oh, really? And I said, oh, yeah, I'm putting it all over my face. I'm like, I'm 29 all over again. Baby.
You're like, do you want to try some? Here's a little bit. Oh, yeah, it's great. Can I get a bottle? That'll be $159.62, please.
Yeah. Pay up. Exactly. We got to get some sales.
Yeah. Pay me.
Yeah.
No, just because we're coworkers and you're my boss, you definitely don't get a discount.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
No discounts. Who we got in here this evening? I know there's people chomping at the bit for our special guest.
I know we got Silver Day. I'm not leaking this. I'm not leaking this. Snitches get stitches.
Just saying.
They do. They really, even in the digital sense. In fact, if you snitch digitally, oh, hell hath no fury. Like, I would rather take on a whole bunch of middle schoolers and snitch them out and take them on one at a time versus the digital space, man. Your social media is gonna get destroyed. I mean, your rep is gone. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. We got the first most of the time, like Silver Days is in the house tonight.
I love Silver Days. So nice.
Yeah, Crypto Dave in the house tonight. house tonight. Man, I'm still trying to work on my speech. It's not flying, not working. What is that?
Satish
Satish.
four
We're gonna
nine four
call you
five.
Stat. We got
Huh?
Snat 945 in the house tonight. Oh, we got the legend, Miss Kita in the house tonight, of course. Always in the comment section, welcoming everybody with all the love that woman has. We love you, Miss Keto. Texas Guns in the house tonight.
Oh.
Texas Guns, what kind of Texas Guns you got?
What's
I mean, that's quite a statement. That's quite a statement. Everybody in Texas be packing. I know this.
That's right.
I saw Miss Lady K here. She's in the house tonight. I saw that she
had
was
with Jenna X. She did a
Jenna
great
X,
show.
That
was a great show this afternoon or this evening, right before this show. Great job, Lady K and Jenna.
I know. It's about time, dude. That girl's got some knowledge up in her melon that just needs to come out. Skaters in the house tonight. Verge Sun in the house tonight. The Always Positively, absolutely. Opti's in the house tonight as well. We got Edwards in the house tonight as well. And
Edward.
Miss Ellis in the house tonight. The Stone in the house.
We got all the heavy hitters showing up this evening.
All the usual suspects are in the house tonight for sure. We got Awesome Amy. We got Marvin Davis. I know we're going through them all, but we just got to show some love. We got FM XRP in the house tonight. Hey, what's good, brother? Woo! Fabio in the house tonight. Let's see who else we got. Who else? Rolling down the list. I mean, we got me. I'm here. You're here. Hey,
I'm here. We have a special guest here.
Yeah, that's all that are here thus far, and the counter keeps on ticking. So lots more people coming in. The counter.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, get ready to crank up the crypto vibe because tonight's special guest is the one and only James Rule, better known as the I Told You So guy. Everybody knows him as I Told You So. He's a powerhouse crypto teacher dropping daily news and insights that keep over 200,000 followers hooked. He has a long-standing show on YouTube and on X now, the James Rule Crypto Show, where he brings electric energy and breaks down XRP and the wild world of digital assets like nobody else. James is here tonight to share his no BS takes on crypto scams and spark some serious conversation. So without further ado, let's welcome Mr. James Rule in the house.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Thanks for having me on tonight. This is awesome.
You coming on the show, James. What is the good word? How you feeling this happy hump day?
I'm doing awesome. Feeling good. Got up early today. I get up early every day, and I love your intro. The intro is awesome. Top.
Off the hook, right?
That's like so I have 4 versions of that song. It's all the same lyrics, but 4 different versions. And so I think I might make some NFTs out of those 4 versions of the song for Dipito like marketing and whatnot. But yeah, we like to include all the people that have come on the show. Kind of just do a montage of everyone, but it's really hard to get it. Like the more people it goes, I'm like, oh, how am I going to pull this off? Like as the show goes on, it'll have to be like super quick takes. But we're going to have to get you in there now for sure. But yeah, thank you so much for coming to the Dipito show. I have to say, as soon as I posted the link, everybody was going nuts. Like, James Rule's coming on Dipito. I'm like, yep, he totally is. But for those people that don't know you, can you give us a quick rundown on your background, including what sparked your passion for crypto, and how did you end up building such a huge community around it and around your show?
Absolutely. And I want to say hi to Stun and Fabio and everybody in the audience, Lady K. I'm kind of looking at the chat over here on the side. Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming in. So my journey began back in 2017. I was working in the West Texas oil fields. I was making good money, but I was looking for other ways to invest besides 401ks and, penny stocks and stuff that I was in. So I knew what Bitcoin was. I didn't get Bitcoin early, but I knew what it was. And in 2017, I decided to dip into Bitcoin about mid 2017. And as the months progressed, being in the oil field, I had a lot of time, ass time is what I call it. You know, you're monitoring equipment, you get all this time on the computer. And I found XRP before December, before that massive bull run, 2017, 2018 bull run. And I started thinking, well, maybe I could get more XRPs than Bitcoins. And I'm like, here we go. And that kind of started this crazy journey of rabbit holes, research. January of 2020, I was working at a local refinery, and I created my X account, created my YouTube channel. And, you know, I have mentors out there. I was watching DAI and Crypto 80 and many more out there. And I said, you know, I could do this. So when I started my YouTube channel, I had this little cheap MacBook, 13-inch MacBook. I didn't have a pro mic or anything. And I said, let's do this. And I go back and I look at my oldest videos and I'm like, holy cow, how did you get by? That was so damn cheesy, you know? And when I started, you know, if you go to my YouTube channel, the James Rule Crypto Show, click on oldest and just watch a couple of those. Now, what was neat, you see an 18-cent XRP, you see a 22-cent XRP, and I'm like, get excited, people. Kmart Blue Light Special, they're 5 for $1. And I told everybody, all the guys I worked with at the plant, I said, look, you need to get some of this XRP. Don't ask questions. And they're like, nah, don't shill that digital garbage to me. Now they're blowing up my phone. So as we continued the journey, I created my socials. I started getting all these horrible comments on my first YouTube videos. And I'm thinking, oh man, am I going to be able to push through this? And
at least you got comments. At least you got
I did. And now they're all scams. They're all the XPTO 20 token and all this other garbage.
That's all we get. That's all we get.
We'll talk about that here in a minute. But yeah, I pushed through. I started getting subscribers. I started getting followers. And I consider myself a crypto teacher. You know, answer a lot of questions. A lot of community members that have been scammed will send me an instant message, and I'll try to, you know, guide them to what to do next. And that's been a big part of my channel, teaching about the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, yeah. And now I'm 200,000 followers on X, and I'm like, holy cow, how did that happen? And I'm blessed.
Because you're awesome. That's why.
Oh, thank you.
I have to tell you the funniest thing when you said, like, you know, you had some like, no, in the beginning, you were like, I don't even know if anybody's watching or whatever. And when Simon and I first started doing our show, we have a clip where we're like, oh, there's 4 people watching or like 5 people. And we were like, and I was like naming off the people that were in the thing. And Simon was like, that's us, like, because we each have and I was like, you're not supposed to tell people that we're watching our that is so funny. But it's so difficult, you know, to start out, and you just really have to have courage to do it. And so when did you say you started your YouTube channel?
Wow, back in I think it was April of 2020. And you know, I didn't know what I was doing. I got it out there. If I found something interesting, I'd spit it out. I'd try to be honest. And I've always tried to be honest about everything I talk about. I do extensive research. And, you know, if I do say something wrong, I'll come back and I'll say, look, I apologize. That news article was crap. Ignore it. Forget what I said earlier. But yeah, it's just been amazing, just pushing through it and gaining so many friendships around the world. I've been to events. You and I met in Austin several years ago at that blockchain council.
2021. Well, can I tell this, James? So what I said was, you know, so I think I found your channel in 2020, probably towards the latter half of 2020. And I had been watching you for a while, right? And I had a lot of respect for you. And it was on, awesome, Amy, fangirl right here. Yeah, I totally feel you. So I was going to Bitcoin Ben's conference in Texas in 2021. And all my friends were Bitcoiners in that. And nobody was talking about this Texas Blockchain Council, the very first summit, right? And so where did I find out about it? James Rule. James Rule. And so I thought, well, I'm not going to fly all the way to Texas and not go be able to meet James Rule and go to the first Texas Blockchain Council meeting. And so I went and I got to meet you there. And it was super fun, you know. And so I've literally been following you for 4 years, you know, more, 5 years, you know. 5 years. I've watched your content. I've listened to you. I've watched how you've moved in the space and interacted with people. And, you know, we try to have the best of the best on Dip a Toe. And you're definitely in the league of the best, in my opinion, with what you bring to the table. So we really appreciate you.
I do appreciate it. That means a lot. You know, I'm just a good old country boy. I'm a God-fearing Southeast Texan that still says yes, sir, and yes, ma'am, to even people younger than me. You know, I just turned 59. So 59 my mind's going on 18 because I always jump in these crypto rabbit holes. So I've been having the time of my life. I'm doing this full time now. I can go out and ride my new buggy I bought with XRP down the country road and tear up the dirt and just have a good time. You know, that's what it's all about. It's all about family. You know, if you're deep in the crypto right now, don't forget about your family. I mean, you're on your phone every 3 minutes checking the prices. Get with your family, touch the grass, go say hi to your sister, your brother, aunts, your uncles. You know, stay in touch, because if it wasn't for family, you wouldn't be here today. So,
amen.
You know, do the right thing, baby. Do the right thing.
What was your aha moment? Because you know, I was following you initially because XRP, you know, because as I said, I entered the space through Bitcoin and all my people were Bitcoiners. But I often, like, I've noticed a lot of people say this about XRP, but God led me to XRP. And I found some channels that were covering it, right? And you and the other one was Santiago Velez were two people that I found early on, and digital perspectives. But particularly you and Santiago saw some videos talking about it, and I was like, ooh, these guys agree with my gut instinct. Like, I'm onto something. Like, this is something, you know? And so I wondered what actually gave you that aha moment when you found XRP, that it was something special for you to actually did you create the show because of XRP, or did you create the show because you were dipping your toe into crypto in general?
That's a good question. I actually created it because of XRP, because I had started doing so much extensive research at the get-go, learning about the ecosystem, the underlying technology. You know, I went all in 2020. All of my retirements, all my 401ks, believe it or not, went into XRP, and my family thought I was nuts. My mom said, oh my God, if it goes to zero, you're going to lose 30 years of retirement. I'm like, Mom, I have faith in this. Let nature take its course. I believe in the laws of attraction. Come on, let's get it out to the universe. And shortly thereafter, the SEC sues Ripple. And we're like, oh my goodness, what was I thinking? And, you know, the place I set up my IRA at, they locked out XRP. They told me, you know, you might want to put it in Bitcoin or Ethereum. And I'm like, if you touch my XRP, I'm going to sue you. So one thing led to another, and we battled. You know, the XRP army is just amazing. We fought, and we don't take crap off of anybody. I mean, you can see on social media like X, you see people dogging XRP. Oh, Solana's going to beat XRP. The XRP army comes around and just slaps that ass like it's nothing. We take care of business. But yeah, you know, I was in a partnership back in 2020. I was getting paid in XRP solely as a salary. I spent XRP on my Uphold debit card back then. I was part of the lawsuit. I submitted like 6 affidavits with John Deaton, and I was proof that XRP was being used as a currency, because everything I bought, I was the XRP pizza guy. Everything I bought was with XRP, and people call me stupid. They even call me stupid today. But, you know, when you're an OG and you've been in this and you have an opportunity to take profits, skim some off the top and live your life and have some fun. That's what it's all about.
I want to touch on that a little bit, because I was following you at that time. And, you know, I was so intrigued by you getting paid in XRP. You talk about, you know, getting paid in XRP and using XRP. And that was you were able to spend it through Uphold, right? The Uphold card. So this was the cool thing. Like, you were a beta tester, like the master beta tester of that. I tried because I heard about it as soon as you were using it. I was like, I want one of those, and they did not have it in my area, and so I was on a list, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I was like, dang it, I want to do this, because I was already piloting other little things, like the fold card and spending and earning Bitcoin from using a fold card. And I was like, I totally wanted to do that with XRP, but unfortunately, I was never able to do it. But you being able to do that so early on, first of all, incredibly brave. Kudos to you for having the cojones to roll over your entire. And I will tell you, if I could do it, if I had the courage to quit my job so I could have access to my 401k, I would do the same thing. Not financial advice, guys. It's not for sissies. Like, you got to make your own decision. But to hear somebody that actually did that, it's one of those. It definitely takes a lot of courage what you did. But then you took it a step further, and you were experimenting with it as well and getting paid in it, which is also freaking incredible. Sorry, Simon.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. I just, can you quit your job, wait till you get the 401k and then get hired back to do the rollover move?
I don't know if they'll let that happen. I don't know. I mean, that's a good question.
Well, I've seen folks do it. I've seen folks do it at my work, leave and then come back. But I'm like, it is a risk, but it took a lot of courage to do what you did, and being an early adopter of it. And you were walking the walk. You weren't out there just teaching about it and learning about it. You actually did it at a very early stage when other people and everything was so uncertain. And then, the lawsuit came, and, that had to be a little bit of an uneasy feeling for you somewhat, huh? Or no?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I was getting excited back then whenever XRP would go from 18 cents to 23 cents. I go, check it out, people. It's time to back up the truck. It's 23 cents and it's going up. And the next week it was 11 cents. And people were like, oh, really? Look what you did. You told me about this and now it dropped. And what are we going to do now? Oh my God, the sky is falling. But yeah, it's amazing just being able to push through this, the lawsuit, all the regulation by enforcement, and just all the crap we had to put up with. And, we pushed through, we fought, and all the OGs and all the, we did it. And it just feels good to get on the other side of it and have this new administration that's pro crypto. And, we're dealing with a shutdown right now, but that's temporary. XRP ETFs are coming. The Solana and Litecoin ETFs just broke. XRP is right around the corner, people. So just be patient. Good things are on the way.
One thing I wanted to ask you before we kind of move on, did you notice that when you dipped your toe into crypto, you started in Bitcoin and then you found XRP in that, did it change your perspective on the monetary system? Did it push you to learn everything you could about the current system? Were you aware of the current system, the way that it was? Were you educated on money, or did you find, like a lot of us, it really pushed us to ask a lot of questions, and we were quite surprised to find the answers when we started asking those questions? It was like, wait, what? I'm just curious if you had a similar experience with that.
Honestly, I was just looking for another way to invest in something that was going to possibly let me retire before retirement age. And, the monetary system, I knew a little bit about it, how crooked the government is anyway, the feds and every, the money printer go buzz and all that stuff. But, yeah, I was mainly just getting into it to diversify and get into something that I knew was going to have a future for a lot of people. And there's a lot of people out there today that are just now getting into it, and they're unsure. They're trying to get educated, and that's what we have to do. We have to continue to teach the crypto teachers, and I still teach the kindergartners. There's no such thing as a stupid question when it comes to crypto, because we were there before. I had to teach myself. When I bought XRP back in 2017, I had to move Ethereum to this account. I had to go here to get XRP. I mean, it was a pain in the butt. And when the first day I moved XRP to my private wallet, boy, I was cinched up. I sent, 20 of them. And I was like, oh my God, I hope it goes through. It took 10 seconds. Why did it take 10 seconds? And I'm still that way. Whenever I move crypto, I'm just kind of get intimidated there for a second. But you have to make sure you're doing it the right way, and don't get intimidated. If you're new and you're just now getting into this, just be patient, ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, well, and one of my lead-in questions was, why do you believe that education is key in this space, especially with all the pitfalls and all the stuff that's out there? Why do you think it is of the utmost importance? Obviously, it's so important that you created a channel surrounding it, and you call yourself a crypto teacher. So you recognize right away that there was a big need for this, right?
Oh, absolutely. And so many people were asking me questions. I mean, when I first got into this, you would hear a Doge, Shiba Inu, all these meme, coins and stuff. And then I really started digging into projects that had utility. And from that point on, I'm 100% a utility junkie now. It's all about utility. If a token or a blockchain doesn't have a use case, I'm not even touching it. So educating the public, just, people are like sponges. People coming into this just want to know the basics. What is the XRP ledger? What is XRP? What is Stellar? What is Bitcoin? What is Ethereum? Just all the basics. And just being one of those avenues just to get a piece of that pie out there, I'm just honored that I could do that.
Amen. I want to shout out the 148 people that are watching the stream right now.
Nice.
Thank you so much. If you're watching on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, X, or if you are on imutv.tv, please help our channel grow and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Dipito. It would be helpful and awesome if you would do that. Are you on IMUTV yet, James Rule?
Not yet, but I'm at to jump in that rabbit hole as well.
You have to jump in that rabbit hole with we know a guy that can hook you up. Yeah, they are we are streaming right now to 30 countries
Nice.
across the world, and they just recently added Taiwan as the 30th country. And so we are super excited about that. And for those of you who aren't familiar, it's imutv.tv. And you just hit the watch live Web3, and boom, you will see this show live. And the James Rule Crypto Show would be perfect for IMUTV. So yeah, we'll definitely put you in touch with them.
Yeah, I think I have been in touch with them. I'm just waiting for some more feedback. So yeah, they have mentioned
perfect.
it. So yeah,
Fantastic.
We're working on it in the background, slowly but surely. So
That's great.
James,
Go ahead,
Can I ask
Brent.
you a question real quick? Thank you.
Absolutely.
James, you talked about, or you just mentioned that it's all about utility for you, and if a token does not have utility, you don't want to touch it, or even a digital asset doesn't have utility, a digital asset does not have utility as well. So could you explain a little bit in the difference? Because arguably someone could make a token, and then if you hold the token, you can get into my store. Technically, that would be utility use case, right? So would you just elaborate a little bit on that from your perspective to clarify that for the Dipitoers out there?
Oh, absolutely. You're going to hear of pump and dumps. You're going to hear of a crazy coin, no matter what it is, created, people hype it up, and then the biggest holders of it rug pull you. And the next thing you know,
right,
you didn't get any profits. You actually lost on the deal. So you have to watch out for pump and dumps. Do your research. When you look at the top 100, like at CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap.com, click on each one of those, starting with Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, go down the list and go to the web pages, look at the white papers. The white papers are documents that find a problem and they're creating a solution. So that's what a white paper does. It explains to you what the ecosystem does, how it's changing the world, whether it be financial, NFTs, tokenization. And, there's so much to talk about. But yeah, use case utility. And there are some, meme tokens out there on the XRP ledger that are functioning as a utility, memberships, you get real things like swag and stuff or memberships if you join
Keita's Brew.
Hey, there you go. And even ZalDAO. I mean, here 2 days ago, I'm now a member of the ZalDAO, which is on the XRP ledger. And we are going to be able to vote for new projects coming on top of the XRP ledger. So that's really exciting. And we're going to talk about a scam here in a minute that took place yesterday, but we'll get into that as the conversation continues. But yeah, utility, I'm a utility junkie. I'm diversified in probably 24 different digital assets. The biggest one being XRP, not financial advice, but yeah, I'm an XRP junkie as well. So yeah.
Right on. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'd love to talk to you about your previous industry that you were in another time in a private conversation. Might be some other opportunities there since you said you're an oil guy in Texas.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I go back to, man, where did we start? I worked for Budweiser back in the late 80s. I went to work for Miller Beer. I worked at Coca-Cola for almost 20 years. Went into the oil fields for 7 years before I went to a refinery. So I've been here, there. Finally found my dream job at a local refinery here. COVID hit. I was the last one in, first one out. And that's when I met my previous partner, got paid in XRP, and the rest is history. Here I am. Here I am. I made it.
And now you're retired. I
am.
Amazing.
It's a good feeling. I get to see mom just about every day. Thank God she's still with us. I get to see my sister quite often. My stepdad's a cowboy. My stepbrother's a cowboy. So when I look out the window, there's horses, cows, and all kind of wildlife around me, and it's therapeutic. And every day when I create content, I'm looking at the horses, and I'm like, yes, life is good. Let's make it through the day.
I'm envious. Envious. And our time will come. My time will come. Absolutely. It's coming. I'm nipping at your heels, James.
I live frugally. Honestly. Yeah, come on. The last 6 years, I've been living so frugally. My brothers bought new trucks and new this and that and that. And I waited till November of last year to really buy a new Polaris Ranger. It's an ATV. It's the first new thing I bought in, probably 8 years. I have an older truck. I just bought a newer truck. So, being patient and going through the thick and thin and going through people telling you're crazy. You shouldn't get into this. Don't listen to other people. Nope. Trust your heart, trust your instinct, but at the same time, be smart. Don't let your emotions invest. Don't, buy the dips and, you're going to sell it lower. Oh my gosh, I'm losing. I need to go and sell. You have to be patient. Crypto is a long-term investment, and you have to grow with the technology and the population. And I guarantee you, the end of this year, next year is going to be phenomenal for many of us out there that have been in this, for a good while.
Simon and I always say crypto's not for sissies.
It's not for sissies.
It is not for sissies. You got to do your own, and this is the thing. And I recognized it. I mean, I've always recognized it, but I'm really starting to say it out loud. We're special. Every single person the 159 people that are watching this right now, you're special. We are so special because we have the eyes to see. We're willing to put in the work to understand what's happening. We're asking those questions. We're beta testing. We're uplifting our neighbors that are building in the space, trying to educate, everyone that supports Dip a Toe Show. You're special. Because the vast population out there has no clue what the hell's going on right now, and so and we're also paving the way for those that are going to come after us. Even like you mentioned, James, how difficult it was early on, right? Coming into the space. And like Simon and I experienced the same thing where, you know, you're sweating bullets sending Bitcoin from one wallet to another. And, you know, creating this network of folks that you can trust to call, like me calling Simon, like, it's not there yet. I sent it and I don't know if it's going to show up. Did you send us a little? Did you send a small transaction first? Yeah. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah, it'll be fine then. It'll go. It's just
do you
see the network, you know.
Yeah. Do you see a link? A what? There was like a TX hash and then a whole bunch of numbers. Do you see that anywhere, or a transaction ID, anything?
Yeah.
Click that.
Yeah.
Hey, you're looking at the blockchain.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm
like, that's your transaction. Do you see about third line down, confirmations? Yeah. What's the number? 2. You got a little bit more to go before it shows up in your wallet. When that number gets 6, you will see it in that wallet, you know. Okay, yeah, it's on the way. Checks in the mail, I promise.
But it's so wild because we the things that we've experienced, all of the things that we've gone through, it's kind of hardened us a little bit. But now they're building things that are so much more easy for folks to come into the crypto space, right? They're eventually going to make it as easy as the internet and email and all the things that we use now, right? It's eventually going to become that easy. However, the topic of the show is unmasking the crypto scams and the common sense part of it. And, you know, the further that we get here, there's so many crypto scams that are running rampant, right? And they've always been there, but they're kind of speeding up now, especially because we've got more people starting to want to dip their toes because of the ETFs and all of the news and all of the stuff that's going on, that some people are starting to wake up and go, oh, maybe we should get into this crypto stuff. But it's so crazy because they won't listen to me. But all of a sudden, they'll be emailing me and saying, I don't know how to get my crypto back. And I'm like, well, how did you get it? You know, trying to help you. And they just answered some random text from someone they don't even know and sent money to an app they don't even know. And it's like, wow, this is wild, right? So I just kind of wanted to, you know, in your experience teaching thousands of people about crypto, I guess let's touch like some of the most common misconceptions that they have about scams. You know, are the scams just for the newbies, or does it happen to us old tried and true people?
It could happen to anybody because these scammers are getting so good at what they do. They're creating AI videos. They're sending out physical letters to individuals saying, scan the QR code to make sure your wallet's legit. And what's happening, and I hate it for the past 5 years, I bet the people I've spoken with then lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, which today equivalates to millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. So what's been happening is you get help desk, you get comments on social media, you get, you know, you're thinking someone's trying to help you, but what they're trying to do is help you send your money to them or your crypto. So the biggest one, and the biggest one I have seen, are the wallet scams, where people are giving away their recovery phrases to strangers thinking that they're validating their wallet, and 5 minutes later their wallet's drained. And it makes me sick to my stomach. And you know, some of the public says, well, they were stupid for doing that, you know, they shouldn't have. Well, you know, you better be cautious because you may run into one yourself one day. And you know, it's devastating for some of these families to go through this. There was a guy last week that lost $3 million worth of XRP because of a small mistake he made with a hot wallet. And man, I feel for this guy. He and his wife, their retirement. And but you know, we learn. You know, I've been scammed before. I have years ago, Caitlin Long, you know, Avanti Bank or whatever. I received an instant message and I thought it was her. So I sent her like, I don't know, maybe 20 or 50 XRP. It wasn't too much back then. And right after I did that, the scammer sent me a message. Okay, now can you send me some Bitcoin? And I'm like, crap, I fell for that, but luckily I didn't send a lot. And but these recovery phrases, if you're new to crypto and you've never created your own self-custody wallet, like a hardware wallet or an app wallet, what you have to do when you create these wallets on the blockchain is you're going to write down a series of 12 or 24 words that are called recovery or seed phrases. And the only time that you need to access those is if, one, you break your phone, two, you lose the device, you lose your phone. These recovery phrases get you back to your crypto that has always been on the blockchain since you created it.
Right.
So they're bridges to get you to so never share them. Ledger will never contact you. I've been seeing so many Coinbase text messages. My mom, my brother, hey, is Coinbase needing me to validate something? No, delete, block, delete, block, delete. And what gets me, the question is, how are they getting our phone numbers and email addresses? Who in Coinbase is leaking it? We know there was a leak at Ledger. Go ahead.
Coinbase, they've been copied. Yeah, that was. Yeah. I mean, all of them have.
Yeah, they were compromised.
Yeah, it's horrible.
All they need.
Well, I don't even think it's necessarily that they're phishing at this point. Like, they could be sending just mass text messages to anybody's phone number, anybody's email, and just see who bites. Like, that is just easier. You don't even need to get a hold of a compromised list to just send out a whole bunch of different text messages and, letters to people's addresses saying, whatever, unless it's specifically addressed to you. But people fall for it. You're right, James. They fall for it so easily. And one thing that I found, and Simon and I have talked about on Dipato, you got to slow down and don't let fear rule you. And it's very uncomfortable when you think something has happened, right? Don't panic. Don't panic and start reaching out to people on Facebook or social media and expect that you're not going to get a bunch of scammers chiming in, because they will. And they'll tell you that they're from, the exchange and the help desk and all these things. And there are just none of them have those on the X or these other platforms. They don't operate that way, but the average person doesn't really understand that. And so I feel like these, even Coinbase and those, like, it should be, I don't know what they could do to help people, to educate people, unless they made you take a little test, like what, like I remember when I first opened up a Coinbase, they had all these exercises that you could do to earn free crypto, right? Mm-hmm. Chainlink was one of the ones I got some free Chainlink for watching videos and educating myself on what Chainlink was doing or whatever. And maybe they do this. I haven't used Coinbase quite some time, but if they had like an educational video before they allowed you to open an account where it clearly says, we're not going to text message you, we're not going to call you, we're not going to do this, and make them take a test and understand, like, yep, this is it, before you can open an account. I don't know, maybe that would help. Probably not.
Yeah. I mean, these major players will never contact you. They'll never text you. They'll never email you out of the blue. They'll never send you a letter to your house saying, scan this QR code. And like you're saying, help desk, these scammers on X and Facebook are horrible. I have probably 24 imposters at all times that try to be me, that try to send someone a message, hey, I'm going to help you make more XRP, dial my WhatsApp or whatever, and they don't have the blue check mark. I'm at Rule XRP with a blue check. If it's somebody else, it's not me. Having 200,000 followers, I don't have time to just contact you out of the blue. But look, 2 months ago, my account got compromised. I clicked on a fake StreamYard link. Thank God yours was real.
I know.
But I clicked on because I knew the person, or thought I knew the person that was sending me the message, and his account was compromised. So it was kind of like the bad apple in the bushel kept generating. Yeah. And then most of my followers were sent instant messages from my account saying, look, join my stream, StreamYard, blah, blah, blah. And thank God I knew somebody that knows somebody at X that immediately knocked it out and got my account back to me. And it was horrible. I had to wipe my MacBook dry. I had to wipe all of my apps. I had to change every password. I had to, provide a new email address for X and 2FA. So yeah, everything I had was wiped out because I thought that the scammer already had access to my computer, and what were the chances of him draining my accounts, So it's scary. And, even as picky as I am about do this, don't do this, don't do that, I was gullible. I felt so
hard. Well, I mean, it makes it difficult for this show because, I reach out to folks on X, right? I don't have everybody's personal phone numbers to be chatting them up. And that's why these networks are so important, to where, if you know somebody who knows somebody, right? And what I'm like with your stuff, everybody right away was like, rule is compromise, don't interact with, and so the more that we can create that kind of environment between us all, we can have each other's backs, right? To do the very best that we can do. I mean, there was a little back conversation where I'm talking with Crypto Erie, and I'm like, we just had a show on crypto security, and she had reached out to me, and I was like, I don't think this is really her. I think that, because she had never reached out to me before, and so it's one of those things. You're right. Yeah, you have to be careful. Now Lady K had given a this link checker thing that you can put, you can like paste into it and have it kind of check the security of the link, before. And so there are tools like that out there, but most of us are just kind of working on the fly, right? Yeah. So it is difficult, and I mean, that's why it's cool that we have X and we have these spaces so that you're popping in, I'm real, we're on this show and whatnot, and so at some point somebody knows somebody that can say, yeah, this is valid, Melissa's really reaching out to you, but I feel for you. And every time it happens, I'm like, oh man, this makes it more difficult to get guests on the show,
Yeah, I mean, you have to train yourself to delete text messages, to delete emails, to not click on links within emails. You're going to get a DocuSign email from a scammer thinking that, hey, maybe my insurance or my, whoever, my doctor sending me a DocuSign. Oh, I need to click on it. No, as soon as you click on that executable or as soon as you click on that PDF, I've been seeing a lot of Social Security scam emails saying, look, here's your updated report. Click on this PDF. As soon as you do it, you're going to be infected. You are infected. Yep. So trust no one. I hate to say it, it's harsh, but trust no one, people. You'll get a text message that says, hey, I lost my phone. Hey, can you give me your number again? This is a scammer. If you get somebody calling you and you don't recognize the number, don't answer it. If it goes to voicemail, hey, maybe you know who it is. But 99% of the time, it's not going to go to voicemail because they're trying to get your information. So believe me, every day they're getting better at what they do. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. And I try to get it out.
We were talking to our friend Steak and Bake last night on one of the spaces, and his mother got scammed. They were trying to scam his mom. They called her. They impersonated him and said he was in jail, and he needed her to send him money, right? And by the grace of God, she meant to call his brother, but she accidentally called him, and he answered the phone. And she's like, well, what did you do while you were in jail? He's like, Mom, I'm not in jail. You're calling me. You called me on my own phone. But this is the extent that these people are going. So,
being contacted and you think you're going to get some free crypto and you're fixing to send 1,000, I'll say fixing to, I'm from Texas, 1,000 XRP, 10,000 XRP, thinking you're going to double. Well, sit there for 20 minutes and ask yourself, is this real? Is this really going to happen? I'm thinking I'm doing this with my emotions, not with the gray matter between my ears. Is this real? Is this real? No, it's not. And you have to convince yourself not to fall for the BS. You're going to FOMO. If you're new to crypto, oh, my dad, my mom, my sister, my hamster, my dog has more XRP than I do. I need to do this by, send it and get double the amount, and I'll be in their league. This FOMO,
Right.
that we're missing out. And people are going nuts thinking that they're going to get something free. And they're not. They're losing it. And I hate it.
Well, if they understand what they hold, they wouldn't be so free to chance it, to take that kind of a risk, right? Because nothing in life is free.
Right.
I mean, not generally. You might be able to get a buy one, get one free pizza.
Hey.
Okay.
But, is it really
can't get that
free?
no more.
Well, we do. And we have BOGO Tuesdays, and you get it. But you know what? The pizza is like scaled down, right? I mean, it's not the same, I don't know. I don't know why I brought that up. I just thought it was funny. I mean, I'm just really, there isn't anything in life that's really super free like that. And it's damn sure not going to be a complete stranger. Would you advise, I mean, this is my practice. What do you think about using an email that you only use for your crypto? And it's not commingled into any other email that you signed up for every Tom, Dick, and Harry coupon store, person you met randomly on the street, filling out surveys, all the crap. What would you recommend in terms of emails for when it comes to crypto, or just life in general, not even crypto?
I have a computer that's dedicated to my crypto activity, and this computer here that I'm on tonight is just for social. So I keep it separated, and you have to be smart. I do have an email address for the exchanges, and I have an email address for my socials. Like the email you sent me the StreamYard link to was my social email address, and I'm not going to give it out here because you'll bombard me.
No.
But you have to be smart. And another thing, do not use the same password for every account, every crypto exchange, every bank, every whatever, every PayPal, everything you log into. Make sure every password is different. Every password is unique. It has numbers and characters and exclamation points and dollar signs, and making an extensive password that you have to write down, because most of the time you want it so confusing that you can't even memorize it. You have to write it down, to remember, to know it. There's just things out there. I mean, there's so many things that people are overlooking, bank scams and crypto exchange scams and wallet verification scams. These major companies, these major banks will never contact you. And it's strange, here a few weeks ago, Coinbase did send me an email saying, hey, look, you need to update your KYC. And I posted it and I said, this is BS. This is a scammer. And Coinbase commented, they go, no, James, this is real. We're sorry. We did it the wrong way. This is a legit email. And I'm like, okay, you guys
are screwing us over. You're confusing us.
You're messing with us now. So, when you can do your what I love is just about every day, somebody will send me an instant message on X and they'll say, James, if I hadn't watched your YouTube video last week or yesterday or last month, I received a text message, or I received a phone call, or received something in the mail, I would have fallen for that, that giveaway scam. And if I would not have watched your channel, I would have probably fallen for it. And, I'm just blessed. If I could save one person, a dozen people, 100 people a day from getting scammed, I feel so much better about myself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's only so many hours in the day, and people are easy prey because we are so busy and there's so many things, and it is somewhat confusing, right? And so again, I just go back to the network that we have, and so if anybody has come across this show, there's 195 of you. If you're just dipping your toe, stick with us. Keep coming back. Follow James Rule Crypto Show. Follow Dip a Toe Show. Participate with us with the education part of it. because otherwise, you know, if you're out there, it can be kind of lonely, especially if you're someone that's just starting to dip their toe and nobody around you is keen to any of this stuff, and you're secretly doing it, right? Because maybe your spouse is anti-crypto or whatever, you know, you still want to be judged in general. Don't do this on your own, you know. Get part of a community of folks. At least just listen. You don't have, if you don't want to participate with strangers and that until you're comfortable, but you know, just know, like, there's a lot of us out here that have every intention on trying to help guide you. We're not going to do it for you. We can't do it for you, but we can tell you, like, don't be clicking on this stuff. Don't be interacting with these strangers. Nobody's going to give you anything for free. Unless you're a crypto startup, like your NFT project, you know, then you're wading into completely different waters with all of this, and you know, so that's a whole nother story. Do you think that with the rise of the AI and like the deep fakes, and you know, I mean, even in the last 6 months, it has come so far to where I mean, I can create videos easily from a picture, and I can make President Trump say whatever I want. You know what I mean? I can, like, it's crazy. And so it's like, oh yeah, I'm sure the powers that be they've had this stuff for so long. So half the stuff, hey, 6AJ in the house, greatest family on planet Earth. Yeah, I bet you we've been seeing so much of that stuff that's so fake anyway. What do you think that's doing even now to the crypto scams that are out there, James?
Oh, I mean, you've seen the Brad Garlinghouse YouTube videos, you know, the streaming YouTube with the fake Brad Garlinghouse, the QR code. And and it's crazy because I've been using Sora. It's an app that creates these, you know, I've been doing Mr. Rogers and Bob Barker, The Price is Right, doing some crazy shit, and people are getting a kick out of it. But you know, that's AI. And yeah, there's a Sora logo going around the video, but I mean, it looks real. It looks legit. And like the guy you were saying earlier, the scammer got his voice, called his mom saying, I'm in jail. She thought it was him because the voice sounded, it was him, you know? So, man, I mean, you just have to be careful. It's getting scary. But, you know, the internet, social media has given individuals the opportunity to learn more. When I started in 2017, there was a few YouTube channels I watched. Okay, this is how you do this. And now it's social media. Everybody's getting a channel. Everybody's wanting to educate or do better for themselves as well as their families and everybody else. So you just have to be careful, and you have to think for 10, 20 minutes before you do something wrong. Is this going to affect my family? Is this going to affect my child's education? Is this going to affect my relationships? You know, if you lose $500,000 worth of crypto to a scam, what is that going to do to your family? What is that going to do to everybody you know? I mean, and so many people that get scammed are so embarrassed they don't want to tell anybody. That's why I guess I get so many messages, because they know they can tell me and I won't tell anybody in the public who they are. And I can direct them to, you know, Chainera or Bank Social or these, you know, individuals that are researching these wallets. But so many people out there are just so embarrassed. They wait a month or two before they get it out there. And if you get scammed, you need to get on it right away. You call the cops, you get on the FBI, you get a hold of me, you get a hold of Bank Social, get a hold of whoever you can. Get it out there. I've been scammed. I need help. But don't trust the help desks that are coming up on social media. Don't trust any comments. Make sure it's a real person or a real organization. But yeah, get it out there quick. If you get scammed, don't wait. Don't hesitate. Let somebody know immediately.
Yep. Simon, you got people calling you, don't you?
I do. I do. And I know in those situations for the individual, it's hard. I mean, I've been on the phone countless times, crypto 911 calls, as I refer to them. Again, another shout out to all the first responders out there that deal with us in a whole different type of setting and context. I mean, I can only imagine, right? But yeah, it's tough to be there, but you know, like James, like you, Melissa, and I know a few other heads in this comment section here, you know, we're here to help, and like literally not guide you through, but we're gonna run as fast as we can, and occasionally we there's some solid immediate hope.
It's an emotional roller coaster. Believe me, I've been in tears with families that lost everything. It's just
I've been there.
I don't see how these you know, police officers, these companies that are tracing, I don't see how they can handle it, because every day they're getting all these emotions. I mean, you have to be a different kind of person, because I have a big heart. I'm a different kind of person. I'll be in tears. I watch look at a Hallmark card, and I'm crying. You know, shit. There's Dana.
I love it.
So I'm giving away all my secrets now. I'm like I said, a God-fearing Southeast Texan with a big heart, but it's emotional, because, you know, just put yourself in their shoes, losing $25,000, losing $3 million. You know, you worked your whole life for this. You put it in crypto when XRP was 50 cents. Now it's almost $3. Wow, you've 7x'd your holdings, and you just lost it all. And oh man, I mean, I'll start tearing up just talking about it.
It's gut wrenching. It's gut wrenching, man.
It really is
gut wrenching.
And at the same time, if you're watching this video now and you're new to crypto, you need to be very careful. Trust no one. Every phone call, text message, email, social media comments on YouTube videos, ignore all of them. Just trust your heart, trust your instinct, because somebody's going to tug at your heart and try to help you, and they're gonna screw you.
You know,
absolutely.
Do you dipitowers know what James is talking about? He's talking about be extremely late to the worrying table. Yeah. Okay. If I mean, it is so much better to like wait something out when someone's trying to reach out to you. Be late. As James says, ignore. I don't know you.
They're trying to rush you. Yeah, the scammers are trying to rush you. They're saying it's serious. If you don't do this now, your wallet's going to blow up. Yeah, your wallet's going to blow up. Your bank account's going to be zero if you don't do it now.
This is the FBI. Cool, kick in my door. I'll wait. Yeah, y'all want some cookies? I'll get you some cookies. Y'all come on in. I'm waiting. Come on. Well, we're not gonna. Oh, come on, you chicken. Oh yeah, man. No, call them out. You know, but wait a day. Because they'll still find a way to get in. You know,
I mean, this is worldwide. This is worldwide, and it's happening to so many professionals. It's happening to so many newbies. It's happening to so many OGs, because they're believing what they see, and they're thinking, I'm going to lose everything, and they lose everything.
You know what? I think a lot of people, those that got in really early, right? They got in really early, and they got these like the Ledger Nanos and the older hard cold wallets, and they kind of put it in there and forgot about it, right? And then all of a sudden you'll have these bouts of hype that comes along where they're talking about them, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, I haven't checked that in a while, I need to check it. And they can't remember exactly how to do it, or what happened, or they didn't look at the right screen, or, you know, some of them it's just as simple as like you're swiping over to a different screen where you can actually see everything, but initially you're like, oh, it's not there, you know, I can't see it, and they freak out, and they're desperately, the panic sets in, and they're desperately trying to figure out who can help me. I don't know what to do. Yeah. You don't have to do anything right then at that stage. Like, calm yourself down, figure out like the network of people, you know, never just post it on the internet. Like I said, people are going to just left, right, and center be scammers attacking you. On our crypto security show, what did they call it, Simon? It was like soft, like a soft target. You create yourself like a soft target.
Yeah, you're soft, you're easy.
Yeah, real easy, you know, because they'll be watching you for that kind of stuff. And then the other thing is, don't get greedy, people. These people that have been in it for a really long time, you worked hard, you've been putting this stuff in. Don't blow it now. Don't blow it now. Somebody was even saying, there's all these stake your crypto stuff all over the place too right now. And someone commented and made a really good point that said, you've been holding this stuff for years and putting your hard-earned money into it. You're gonna risk it on a startup company? No, tried and true. These are things. Yes, we got to beta test these things. We got to test them out. Baby beta test them. Yeah. Baby step them. Don't be putting your whole portfolio in there. That's crazy.
I mean, two weeks ago, I minted 10 FXRP off the Flare network, and I tried it out, and then I flipped it back to XRP. I said, okay, yeah, it works, but I'm not dumping a shit ton of XRP in there, pardon my language, to make something happen. A lot of you out there getting to say, well, we're going to make passive income. Yeah, eventually we're going to be able to loan out our crypto and make a ton of passive income, but right now is not the time. And I'm not bashing Flare, I'm not bashing XRP or anything. Just try a little bit, try it out, do your little test. And on the wallets you were talking about, I make it a habit every several months to do a micro transaction off of my either Ledger Nano, my LEPAL Titan, whatever wallets I have, just to keep my mind fresh, just to know that when there is a massive moon event, which is probably going to happen, you're getting in a hurry to try to figure out, okay, my phone, it's on my phone, but how do I get to go out of my phone to the blockchain, blah, blah, blah. If you keep yourself educated every few months and pull those wallets out, and people might think I'm stupid for saying, send 20 XRP there, send it back. Do it. It's your money. It's your crypto. It's your mind. Keep your mind fresh so you'll know what to do when you need it.
Absolutely.
And lock it up. Absolutely. Lock it up. Lock all your seed phrases, your passwords, everything up in a waterproof safe, a fireproof envelope, whatever you need to do to keep it safe. If you need to put your recovery phrases on a piece of metal, I got a buddy of mine said, well, how can I, get a fire? I said, well, get a stainless ruler and get a stamp kit and stamp all 12 or 24 words on that stainless ruler and throw it in your safe. There you go. So, I mean, there's ways.
I've got the TI project. Not for familiar. Yeah, I have several of those for the XRP.
The arc plate. Yeah, the arc plate. Yeah, they're awesome. They are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, but these are all things, like, as people are coming into crypto, it's more than just understanding what it is, right? Because you can participate without even really understanding, but it's the mental state that you need to be in. Yeah, we say it's not for sissies. It is not. They're going to create it. You're going to get folded in eventually, and you're not even going to know you're using crypto, right? It's good. You're going to eventually. So you can wait till then, or you can understand that we have the biggest wealth transfer ever, building a new system that's going to be parallel to the existing system and all of that. And if you do your work, if you make it an effort, make it a priority, you could benefit greatly from it. But it ain't gonna be easy, right?
Let's clarify something there, because I had a great, wonderful conversation with the Alan Stable. Most Alan from the Stable crew there, and there are a lot of. I mean, the new ones, the newbies, are in this state of mind that I'm going to reference here, but there's still a lot of seasoned cryptopians that are here, and you're still waiting for your lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. When we hear buzzwords like wealth transfer, okay, all that means is we're taking things from here, we're upgrading it and get to here. If you happen to own the thing that's going to be over here to make things more efficient and move awesomely around the world, etc., in different systems, that's going to benefit you. You will have great benefit from that. Great is relative, okay? Very much relative. Wealth, when I used to hear wealth transfer, I'm like, oh, I instantly knee-jerk reaction. I'm going to be rich. No. That's not what's happening here. Yes, these assets can do the moonshots like we're referencing, okay? But my version of a moonshot is different than yours, okay? Yeah. Really try to think about this, that This is not your lottery ticket. This is a pathway to improve and sustain the quality of your current life. You're getting to upgrade. Our wealth, our wealth is getting to upgrade. And if you participate, do the work, dig in, show some grit, don't be a sissy. It's okay. We all graduate to there. You too get to participate and receive benefits from that wealth transfer. You get to upgrade too. Now that's really where it's at. You know, sorry, I'll get up.
No, absolutely. Hey man, I've been in this 8 years, and yeah, I mean, you're your own bank. You're responsible for all your moves. You're 100% responsible. Crypto's not insured like a bank. You know, 250,000 at your local bank. Your account's insured if you get something happens. Crypto is on you, especially if you self-custody. But like I said before, don't get intimidated. Learn exactly how to self-custody, how to create a wallet, how to copy and paste that entire string of the wallet address, the entire string of the wallet address, the first 3 letters, the faster, triple check before you make a transaction happen. And you're going to learn. If you're new to this, you are going to learn. Believe me, if I have to answer it 300 times, you're going to learn it. So, yeah, I just love being a crypto teacher, being a YouTuber and social media guru or whatever. And I love meeting people in person. When I went to XRP Las Vegas, I met so many people. I'd be in the elevator and these guys and gals would have their XRP Las Vegas lanyards on. And I'd just kind of walk in there and go, "Are y'all going to that conference thing?" And they go, "Yeah." And I said, "I told you so." And they go, "Son of a gun, it's changed in the elevator." So, when I see them, I get just excited as when they see me and want to take a selfie. I get just excited to see them. And there's so many amazing families and people around the world that are in just like doing what I did. They've been in it as long as I have, and they've gone through all the BS we've gone through. And they're celebrating life, and they're knowing that their families are going to be taken care of in the near future. And that's why it's very important that you avoid these scams and avoid the BS, because somebody's going to try to take it from you, and you have to hold it tight and never let it go.
Man, I couldn't have said that better myself. It's definitely something that you need to be very responsible and mindful of when you have it. So there has been a big scam that happened recently. We had Fabio Marzella on from Zhao Dao on the Dipito Show. Lovely gentleman. Super excited about the Zhao Dao launch, and they went live. People signed up for it. And then what happened, James?
Well, then their X account became compromised. Now, the Zhao Dao webpage is not compromised. You can still go to zhaodao.io. You can, you purchase an NFT for $10, or you actually sign up, become a member for $10 US in XRP. And then you mint an NFT, which tracks your wallet. So there's nothing wrong with the Zhao Dao website. Remember that, people. The Zhao Dao social media page X has been compromised, and I'm doing everything I can to get the individual to get with X to shut this account down, open it back up like I did here a few months ago. And as soon as Jenna called me, I immediately got on social media, blasted it out. They've been scammed. Trust no one. Don't take any messages from, Zhao Dao and LLC on X. And this sorry piece of, pretending to be, I think, Dennis Zum with a blue check, started answering questions and started scamming people and started saying he called them and said, "Hey, look, click on this Zaman link, validate your wallet," and started stealing $5,000 of XRP. I think 3 or 4 or 5 people got scammed immediately. And it's horrible because the guy had a blue check mark. I don't know if his account was compromised or how that blue check mark got put on there. But yeah, Zhao Dao, I'm doing everything in my power. I got with the team this morning. They're asking me when are they going to get help? And I said, look, I'm working on it. We're trying to get this guy to get the X account shut down from the members of X. And it's good to know people. I mean, thank God there's people out there that know, the YouTube crew, the X crew, the Facebook crew that could actually contact them and let them know the severity of what is happening to the public, and then they immediately shut it down. So that's what needs to happen. If you can right now, go to Zaldow LLC on X and report the page. They want it shut down immediately. Report. We want it shut down. So, yeah. And
if you choose scam, because I was listening to a space and I was like, the thing that's somewhat disappointing on X is some of these things, it doesn't quite fit the options. Like what I would consider, I would normally choose. It doesn't have anything. Yeah. And it's like, all right, which one do I choose? Impersonation? No, because it's their page. So I ended up just choosing scam when I reported it. A scam.
And they won't let you detail. They said, okay,
they wouldn't let you detail. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And it really, for them to be effective, there should be some input or some other place. And maybe there is where, okay, you reported it, but could we send an email somewhere and say, this account's been taken over, and if enough of us did it or whatever, because again, it comes down to us, and this is one thing I do want to say about the crypto space in general, digital assets, everything that's happening. We have the most incredible opportunity right now with all of the things that are being built on the blockchain, no matter what blockchain that you love, right? A lot of people that watch this show love the XRP ledger. There's some Bitcoiners and Solana people, and the different ones. Hedera is really big right now. People are really finding out about that and kind of cross breeding with XRP people, which is pretty awesome. But it's such a huge opportunity, but it has to come from us. The people, we the people, have to band together, look out for each other, and not be so reliant on these big commercial companies, that have all of the power. And so that is some folks probably will reject that because they don't want the responsibility of being sovereign with their money and being responsible. And like you said, James, keeping your passwords and putting it on the thing. And it's like, oh gosh, all this stuff seems really super complicated. But at the end of the day, it's your money. It's money. And when you're talking about your retirement and having people scam you for it, you have to be responsible if you're going to take that risk. Now, there are other ways to get into crypto without having that, that where you could put, like the I Trust Capital, which I would love, to, like, if you have a contact with I Trust Capital, I wanted to get someone to come on I Trust.
I can make it happen. They're awesome.
But I have to tell you, I got scammed from them right off the get-go. Because, I made a mistake, but thankfully I didn't go any further. But here's my scam story, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't them. I signed up for an I Trust Capital account. But I didn't put anything in it yet or whatever. I just created an account, and I got a text message that said that they were my person, and I thought it was kind of weird, but I was like, well, I did just sign up for the account. The person said, I said, hey, I would like to know if you have a department, a marketing department or whatever, I have a show. I would like to figure out who to contact. This person's like, nope, we don't have anybody like that here or whatever. And then asked me something else. And then I thought, I should not have communicated with this person. So I just deleted and blocked the number. Now, it could have been I don't know, but I just thought, they're probably not going to text message me right away like that. You know what I mean? So
and they do have a direct phone number on the bottom of their page. You can call that number during daytime hours and somebody will answer it. So
that's probably
that's crazy. So many people daily are falling for these Coinbase text messages. A lady contacted me 6 weeks ago and said, James, I followed the Coinbase text. A guy from the UK called me. He had me go in with my Trust wallet or whatever, and she followed the step that he wanted her to do, and he drained her wallet. And when they keep putting more text out because they know somebody's going to fall for it. You know, somebody right now is doing something wrong with their crypto. Every minute of the people are losing millions, if not billions of dollars of crypto. What is that going to be worth in the next 5 years? If you lose it today and you got $5,000 worth of XRP, what's it going to be worth in 5 years? Think about that.
Right? Yeah. I mean, sounds like a little bit now, but it's not going to be later. Sorry, Simon.
No. I was just sitting here, just thinking about, how easy we just default to that. We get alert fraud department from our bank, right? And without skipping a beat, we'll do something else as far as a protocol and follow the instructions. Go check your account. Okay, I'm going to check my account, right? But there's no, you check your account on a different app, right? Coinbase, totally something different. And we just, here, follow this. It's like, whoa, I should do what I do with my bank, maybe, you're not doing something, doing something normal. James, you mentioned there's a 1-800 number at the bottom.
Yeah.
Most people might miss that,
Yeah.
Something else though, that I've been really kind of having an inkling to do. I want to learn how to hack. I want to learn when I get a message and I know I'm being fished. Okay, cool. I have a fisherman here. How can I pull their butt into the water and do something?
Have you seen
nice?
Pierogi?
I'm not going to stay on to this show, because this is a PG show. But how can I do that? Because obviously they went to school to learn how to do it at some level. They know how to do it. So that means I should be able to know how to do it. Sign me up. Where's Hackers Anonymous? I want to take some mentorship so I can start chasing these guys down or ladies down or teams. But anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
If you've seen Kit Boga or Pierogi scam, they go into these call centers and then infect these call centers with viruses and screw their computers up and shut. And I'll just see that happen because these sorry, whats are calling vulnerable people every day and saying, look, this is Amazon, your account's been or this is PayPal or whatever, and people think it's real. And that's just a couple of them that are shutting them down. But you're right. I mean, if these people that scam had a real job and were doing the right thing on the blockchain, could they make more doing the real thing? Then, I mean, some of these guys are making a crap ton of money scamming.
It's teams. You mentioned the call center. It's teams. It's teams. This is their job. Yeah. They show up. There's 10, 20, 30, 50 of them. They got a nice global network, and this is what they do. This is how they air quotes earn their money. Something else I was thinking about while you guys were talking about the social media play. It popped into my head, Melissa. You've mentioned a few times on the Dip-Toe show that we're gonna own our data, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, right? We're gonna
own our own data.
Information, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, it's like okay. Well, how about we just start straight out the gate? I am a business. I'm a trademark. Okay. I produce via taxes for my country in that regard. So for a platform to not be able to identify this arguably on demand, that there's already this registered trademark, this person. So there's Melissa, and then there's Simon says, there's Simon, and then there's Simon says crypto. Well, those are two different trademarks. Okay. You go into trademark contracts and law. I mean, arguably that's international, right? And now again, we would have to be kind of the squeaky wheel that would make the noise, but new trade deals that are going on. Hey, if our country is tracing stuff back to your country, you are screwing with our economy big time, and that's economic warfare. And I'm not trying to really, I don't want to go to warfare, but that's where it's at. how are they coming in without the check? How is this possible? Where's the check and balance or the responsibility at some level, right? These platforms here, StreamYard, what are you guys actually doing? How do we know that you're actually new account pops up? Who is it? Who is it? You know, it's like, well, we did some KYC. We have their ID. Okay, well, you know, where's the verify yourself? There's all these things that I feel like that honestly could be doing. But if we went a trademark route, now there's a different kind of pressure, right? If a company's trademark is compromised, right? If you have a logo and someone's infringing upon that, yes, it is on you to defend it, but you have a whole bunch of you have more rules at your disposal because you're a business. And so if we took that down to the individual level, because we workers are taxpayers, well, they're screwing with our business. They're screwing with your business. You know what I mean? I think there might be a way to be able to get it down to that level, to where there's only one Simon Says Crypto.io on X. One. It's verified. There's the EIN. There's this. There. I know that's a pain in the padded butt, and that's a lot of information out there, but there can only be one. If something else comes on, it's targeted, you know, and trace that. Where's that coming from? Follow the rabbit hole. Hackers, James was just talking about, the white hat hackers, they're able to do it. How come you guys aren't or don't or won't, or etc. But I mean, that's what
I was like, what is he talking about?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So I'm thinking about this now, and like James, you said you have like so many impersonators, right?
Right.
There's a lot of people that have impersonators on X and on other accounts and whatnot. And you got your check mark and, you know, but yet these people are able to create these accounts and they use your profile picture, all your information, steal your post your posts on there, all of that stuff. Right. And it's like, I think what you're saying, Simon, is so like when you're signing up for an account, and this would have to be you'd have to be willing to do it freely with on X. I wouldn't want it to be a requirement, but perhaps there could be a way of, you know, yeah, we got the verified check mark deal. But then when it comes to, you know, uploading your image and all of that is like, no other image like that can be used on a profile, period.
Yours.
Right? It's yours. Right? Yeah. But I mean, it seems like it's complicated. I don't know how easy that would be to check. But there has to be something, because it's got to be incredibly frustrating to have an account as large as yours is, and you have all of these people that are following you, James, and to have all of these impersonators constantly steal. I mean, they're trying to scam your people, but they're also stealing your material and posing as you. You know, that's illegal.
It's imposter.
The public is actually coming around and sending me imposters. And what I do when you report an imposter on X, identify my driver's license every time. I have to prove that I am me and the scammer is the scammer. So you have to go through this extensive format to report each one of them. An email back a day later, hey, we deleted that account. It's a pain in the butt, but you know, every day I'll type James Roy XRP and search in X, and there'll be 10 or 12. And I've blocked every one of them, and then I report them all. So when I block them, they can't get my I guess somebody else could log in and get my information, but man, I don't know. It's great. And like, I don't know if you saw that video I posted earlier. Sandy Call with Franklin Templeton was talking about you're going to have your own wallet, and Sandy Call is going to be at Ripple Swell here next week.
I am so jealous.
I know.
I would love to go. I bet she's going to be at that party. I was registered to go to the party. But I can't go because I have an audit at work and I can't go. But I literally think she is one of the most intelligent women. Yeah. I would love to see her, to listen to her live talk, because I don't even know if a lot of people understand how awesome she is. if they ever watch any of her interviews or whatever, because she's super smart. So anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I love me some Sandy.
Yeah, and she's talking about tokenizing everything, tokenizing all your documents, all your funds, savings, all your retirement, and having one digital wallet with everything tokenized. So it's coming, people. And this is Franklin Templeton. This is some of the big wigs.
OGs.
The OGs.
OGs in crypto for sure.
And it's coming. And it's coming. Tokenization of everything. And that's why you're looking at trillions and quadrillions coming to the blockchains, and people have no clue of the financial of the wealth that's going to be here in the next several years. That's why you need to hold those wallets tight. If you self-custody, don't share your private information. It's the keys to your castle.
Don't trust. I mean, and even too, guys, like, I mean, this sounds a little bit like, oh gosh, but okay. Young love, you know, whatever with your person. Okay? Don't be sharing your key phrase with your new girlfriend or your boyfriend. You know, if you're a significant other to somebody else and you're in this crypto space, dip your toe, educate yourself. Don't rely on your spouse. Don't rely on your boyfriend or your husband or your wife. You need to educate yourself as well. And for goodness sake, if you've been like, I know when you fall in love with somebody or you're just dating and you're super excited and whatever, you know, we tend to share a lot about ourselves or whatever. Don't share that. Don't share that with somebody that you just start dating or, you know, your new best friend or whatever. Like, people change and people act real weird when it comes to money. You know what I mean? So, I mean, just a little word of the wise. I'm just saying.
That's why I'm married to XRP. XRP.
I heard you say that's your wife.
I pick her every day because she's staying down here. She needs to be a little more top notch, you know. So
well, she's real pretty. I'm just saying, she's real pretty. She's a real pretty one. That one is a pretty one. Oh, that's hilarious. We have like about, I don't know, like 25 minutes or so left here. I'm wondering if you could go back and warn your early crypto self about one scam tactic that, you know, what would it be and why, if you could warn your early self?
I mean, like being scammed or just scammed in general?
Yeah, just like one scam tactic that you know about now. If you could go back and warn your early self, what would be the first thing you'd tell yourself?
It'd be the imposters, like the imposters that contact you. You think it's a real person and you want to help them out because you have a big heart. You know, recovery phrases are just, I mean, as soon as I didn't have this when I started in 2017. I didn't have the education, the knowledge from the public saying, don't do this, don't do that. So really, probably the impersonators were the big ones that I fell for at the get-go on social media. And the recovery phrases came as the scam started coming along. And unfortunately, these recovery phrases, seed phrases, probably the worst I've seen as far as the most money lost instantly by sharing their keys to their castle. So it's a horrible thing, and push through it. Just like this lawsuit we got through, we pushed through it. We put BS from the public, from our families, and we move on. We do better, and we do good for the world. Yeah,
I will say this, as far as the scammers go. The scammers go, because people get really excited when they're like, oh, James Rule followed me back, right? But and this is what I would suggest, and I know that a lot of the larger accounts, you know, they tend to, like, they want to have a lot of followers, but they don't follow people back. I suggest that they do. Follow people back. Because why? Because then I know over time I'm vetting that that's the real James Rule, right? I know that's your account then. If you don't follow me back and I don't see Melissa's following James Rule, we're following each other, then I have no idea I'm trusting now someone else that's really your account. And so for me personally, it makes it a lot easier for me to go, yep, that's a scam account. Like your account, Stone's account, there's so many of them. Lady K's got imposters, Opti's got imposters, follow your people back. I'm not saying you do, but some of these other ones that have large accounts, they don't follow their people back. And I mean, of course, you're not going to follow every single person back, but certainly the other people that are like interacting with your account a lot and that sort of thing, they can actually be real tools and assets to helping you mass report and get the word out and be another trusted member of the community that can say, yep, that ain't James's thing. I see my friends all the time where I'm like, you're following a scammer account. And these are people that you would think would know, right? Mm-hmm. But we're all busy. Someone follows us. They're like, oh, I didn't know James Rule followed me. Sometimes I'll get somebody big follow. And I'm like, oh, this person followed me back. And then I look and I'm like, no, it's not their account. It's not really them. It's not them. But that's that's
the biggest one. John Cena, the ex. And I'm like, what?
He follows me. He follows me.
I guess he follows everybody.
He follows everyone.
Okay, no big deal. No big deal.
I did wonder about that though, because I noticed John Cena follows a lot of crypto people. And I was like, isn't this dude like a wrestler guy, like a movie star guy? Like, what does he have to do with crypto? I don't know, and why is he following me? You know what I mean? Like, I just thought it was weird because I wasn't following him. He followed me. I'm like, well, why is this? This is odd, I followed him back because then I saw all my friends were following. So I'm like, well, there must be something to this guy. I'll follow him back. But if I didn't know that you were following him and, all these other people that I knew, I wouldn't have followed him back because I would have figured he was a scammer, because you can get millions of followers and not be real.
Right. It's crazy, all the scams and everything that's going on right now. But, people that have contacted me have educated me. People that have gotten scammed have educated me more. It's given me an opportunity to present those.
Well, he just took out his mic.
He just took out half a studio.
In real time, took out his mic. That's what I would do. That's what I do. That's the kind of stuff I pull.
All right, we got there.
He's got a hooker back. He's got a hooker back up.
He's got a hooker.
What? Yeah.
He's got a hooker back up.
He's got a hooker. He's got a hooker back up. He's got a hooker back up. No, yeah,
that's the top of the notch mic if it works after this. It's good to go. Yeah. Oh my boy, that's a lot of buttons and knobs to be twisting there, man. That looks like a good time.
No worries.
We're holding.
No worries.
Yeah, we're holding. Isn't it awesome though? I got look, scammers. I'm gonna give you some props one time and one time only. Okay, I'm gonna give you some props. You're just bringing validation to the digital assets we're in, right? You're working hard to get these assets, huh? Well, if the little hacker guys that know all this techie boo-boo stuff, these must be something. Just saying. It wouldn't be worth their time if they did not see the shine, baby. That's all I'm saying. So thank you, hackers. Now go jump off of something.
What?
Hey, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Coming in clear.
Oh, the Verizon wireless mic is working.
I'm giving away my secret. It's a Zoom H6. I've had it for about 5 years, and it's one of those stereophonic ASMR type where you can be in stereo, surround sound, and yeah, I love it. I come in loud and clear.
Can you hit a button and talk like an alien though?
I don't have that option yet. No.
Oh man. Sold separately.
Sold separately, yeah. The new farm
sold separately.
Yeah. That was something. I just knocked it right off the table. Like, hey, no big deal.
I love it. Honestly, that would totally be something I would do. And it's a rule on the Dip a
Toe show. Only if the moth is in the room.
To always have some kind of weird thing happened. Last week it was a moth flying and wanted to take me out on camera. So it's just the way we roll here at Divoto. So you fit in. You fit in well.
I was interviewing a team from the UK a couple of years ago. Wasp flew in and was it ran him out. And I was like, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm trying to get this damn wasp out the door." You never know what you're going to run into. It's not, I mean, we're human. You know, it's like we're sitting at the pub and we break it and we just keep going.
I actually find that people like it better when you're just yourself and it's normal stuff going on. And that is one thing that, you know, everybody likes about your show is that you are personable. You are just yourself. And like you said, if you present something, because we're just learning as we go here, if you present something and you find out different information, then you come up and the next time you say, "Look, I checked this out and this is not what I thought," right? That's normal. And what's not normal is when people pretend like they know everything and they refrain from telling you things that they've learned that could help others. That's what's not normal to me. You know, so that's how we know it's all authentic. Yeah, right. Authenticity rules. James, and I have to say, is that your real last name? Because that is a super cool name. James Rule.
That is my last name.
Up?
RULE. Yep.
You were destined to be the crypto teacher.
Is one of your do you have any nieces or nephews?
I have two nieces.
Two nieces, okay.
But their last name's not ruled. Their last name's not ruled.
Right. Yeah.
Wait, okay.
But you got brothers though, right?
Yeah, stepbrothers.
Is one of them? Oh, never mind. That would have worked out so good. Dang it! Dang it.
Come on, go.
I was gonna say O'Doyle. You got one of them called O'Doyle. O'Doyle rules.
There you go.
Yeah, just a movie buff here, man. I was like, that's a catchy name. That's awesome. Because I know a few others that have. I was talking to a fellow cryptopian in the space, and they were talking to me about about how their mom named him and their siblings, and just depend on the mood of the day. Oh, this is Sky. Cool, you named me after the sky. No. Not throwing on shades of any sky out there, but it was just interesting. Anyways, O'Doyle rules.
Yeah, I had some good buddies that were twins in high school, and they're Ronald and Donald McDonald. And I'm like, McDonald, what was your parents thinking? Ronald McDonald.
Oh yeah.
Who does that?
They're probably thinking a boy named Sue.
Yeah.
Some Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
Right?
Johnny Cash.
Yes, sir.
Yep. I don't know if we have any questions in the audience. What? Scares suck. They took all my crypto, $25. Well, XR Papa, that is not good. We are sorry about that. And Silver Day says to smash the likes, please. Let's see. We've got a couple minutes left. I wonder if you have do you have any kind of quick step-by-step advice, like demo, like a mental checklist? If you were going to just get into crypto early and you were going to tell somebody you met on the street, what are the top 5 things they need to do if they were going to think about getting into XRP, for example? What would you tell them if you just met me?
Like all the individuals I've been telling for years, and some of them are still laughing at me. But first of all, people hate hearing do your own research, but you have to jump in those rabbit holes. I mean, you could watch all my videos and learn bits and pieces, but know what only invest in what you can afford to lose. Don't put your entire paycheck into crypto. Get on a legit centralized exchange in your region or wherever you're at. Know exactly what you're doing. Don't trust these scams. Don't trust text mess. Make sure you whenever you create accounts on centralized exchanges that you two-factor authenticate. You can even two-factor authenticate on X. If I would not have 2FA'd my X account, the last hackers that took over would have taken it over completely. So two-factor authentication, you could also do it with text messages, phones, or whatever on your device. Just make sure you get the highest security possible. Before you self-custody, make sure you know exactly what you're doing when you move crypto from one wallet to the other. So, I mean, there are many topics. I went through 5. I don't know. It's like 1 through 1,000. I don't even know.
Yeah, right.
Where to start, where to end. Just be smart. Throw in $10,000 at the get-go, thinking that you're going to be rich tomorrow, because that $10,000 might be
lottery ticket. Lottery ticket.
It might be $1,000 tomorrow. You're going to go, crap, I'm losing. I'm going to just sell it and get rid of it. Well,
yep.
You weren't patient enough to go through what we've all gone through for the past 8 years now. So be patient. Be patient. Don't spend all your money. Make sure everything's legit, and just hodl.
Hodl, baby. I mean, think about it. If you look at it, I mean, people invest for different reasons, right? And people have different times before they actually need to access the money. So someone that's in their 20s would make some very different decisions than somebody that's in their 50s, 60s, 70s, right? They have different money, they have different lifestyles, different needs, all of that stuff. But one thing rings true for all the people that are dipping their toes: dollar cost average in, you know, like Simon's saying, it's not a lottery ticket. This is not the casino, even though a lot of people pretend that it is the casino. Crypto is not the casino. If you think about it like that, you're going to get wrecked. Just saying. It's not a casino.
And right. They're not even going to comp your food.
Yeah, I can win it back. Well, maybe you can't, okay. Right? And so I think we saw that on, what was it, like October 10th or something, where a lot of those people that were trading, they got caught with their pants down and they lost their money, a lot of money. A lot of people got wrecked.
Margin. That's
right.
Margin.
You're playing. You're playing in things, and like I said, the lady that messaged me, who didn't know me, she got herself involved in some kind of scam where they text messaged her. She knew nothing about Bitcoin at all.
Yep.
Wasn't invested in it. This person convinced her that she could double her money. She needed money. She sent them it was like $50 to start with, and they were going to give her 65 back. They sent her the $65 back. It worked. Yep. Did it again. Did 100. This time she got 150 back, or whatever it was. Then they started up in the ante. And, before you know it, they had her all the way up to taking loans out to get the money because, well, it's not working. We need you to send us another $1,800. Well, we need $8,000, So it started off as, I'm going to double my $50, turned into, I have lost my family's money, $7,000. Can't pay my phone, can't pay my rent. My husband doesn't know. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Don't do it. These people are not your friends. And just don't do it.
Man.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
please.
That's called pig butchering, and it sounds kind of.
It was.
It's pig butchering. So some of that it is. I just retired. I worked at Lowe's Home Improvement for 3 years. I don't know if you guys and gals know that, but I drove a forklift in receiving. I gave the bosses shit because November last year my retirement portfolio did this, and I told them I'm going to retire soon. You can't leave. You're not going to retire. So all of the younger generation, like the 20-something-year-olds, started investing in crypto, XRP, and stuff like that, and they're still accumulating. Think about all the 20 and 30-year-olds retiring at that age.
Yeah, it's incredible.
25, you still got the rest of your life left. And I'm 59, and I still got a pretty good ways to go. I mean, you're 25, 35 years old. You're retiring because you made a financial decision a couple of years ago, and you're like, look, I did it. I can't believe I did this.
Yep.
So that's why it's important that if you're investing and you're holding time, don't fall for these damn scams. If that'll teach you a lesson, if you're young and know that you can retire in a few years, don't give your information to anybody, period. And that's about it.
Man, I love it. I think that's great. Yeah. Don't give your information to people that you don't know. It's no different than what they do with your bank account or any other thing, right?
Yeah.
It's similar scams that they've got. I will say I found it very interesting because you said it was pig butchering, and there happened to be an article that came out the day of or the day before I got this email, urgent message from a friend from high school. And then her friend sent me the email, but it was Cash Patel making the announcement that they took down that pig butchering network. And, most people, when they just read the headline, they're thinking pig butchering. They have no idea that it had to do with crypto. Exactly. And you read it and it's like, oh, that's what pig butchering is. You fatten up the pig and then you just take them down.
You take it to slaughter.
Yep.
It's wild, man. We got a few minutes left. How can people find you? Let's talk about that, because you do have a lot of people that follow you on X, and you still have a fantastic YouTube channel. Are you streaming anywhere else, or is it just those two places at the time?
I do post on Facebook on my personal account, but it's mainly I do have a LinkedIn profile that I post most of my videos on as well. The James Rule Crypto Show is easy to find on YouTube. X, which is formerly Twitter, it's at Rule XRP. It's real easy. And make sure I have the blue check mark. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
And make sure it's me. I'll never send you a message unless you ask me a question. So, yeah.
Man. Yeah, you have any final questions for him, Simon?
No, I don't. No, this is very good for a very deep surface level discussion, hitting the scams a different way people have been scammed, not common sense, but just kind of common practices one can start adopting, always pump the brakes. This is something that when in regards to scams or something you think is a scam, or if you just don't know, pump the brakes. Take it super slow. That's the only time to be a slacker. It's just like, yeah, whatever. I get to it. I don't know you.
Here's this video. After you watch this and watch it again, share it with the ones you love, the world, because they need to know. And like I said, fourth video, I talk about the email scams I see, and I just try to get it out there. So continue educating.
And it's something that has to be reiterated over and over and over again. That's what I find is like, some people would say, oh, you're beating a dead horse. You've already done a show on this. No, this needs to be talked about on the regular, all the time, every week, as many people that can say it as possible. Because when we get too comfortable, that's when we start making mistakes, even those of us that have been in it for a while. Yep. And so, I look at it as it's part of one of those things. You might get tired of hearing it, but it's when you don't hear it anymore, then that's when you really need to worry, because the people are going to be coming out of the woodwork. And, we don't spend a lot of time shilling stuff, and neither do you, because this is an education show. I mean, we do like to spotlight the people that are building on the blockchain, shine the spotlight on all of the people that are working hard or trying to incorporate their Web 2 business into Web 3, those types of things. But they need to be careful too, because they're navigating the space, and there's predators out there just looking to mislead them as well, with teaching them how to create a token or an NFT or whatever. There's been scammers that take advantage of people like that, even people that are willing to build in the space, right? And so, I'm just definitely an advocate for us all working together. And, you coming on the show and on a moment's notice.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I love getting people. I love being on these shows. It's funny because before I created all my socials, my YouTube and all that, I wasn't as much of an outgoing person, believe it or not, as I am now. It's changed me as a person because I know that I'm having an impact on the world. So it's opened me up. I'm chatty Cathy now, man. My family's like, well, you never talked like this before. What's up? Why do you so much? I'm like, hey, get used to it. Get used to it. Here I am. Hey, I told you so. Remember, I told you so when it's time for. So shut up.
I love that. I do. I love it. And you know what? That's the other thing. Like we do the series, The Faces of Crypto. We bring all these people on that normally wouldn't come in front of the camera and talk and whatever. And I just see them flourish. I see people. It's like when you give people encouragement, first of all, they deserve it. They deserve it. They deserve to hear how awesome they are and how brave they are. And anybody that's doing anything in this knows how much time it takes with us doing this. So anybody giving you a pat on the back and saying, attaboy, attagirl, you're doing a great job. It's like, wow, that's the wind in my sails that I needed this week because I was feeling a little bit like, what the hell am I even doing? So I think it's fantastic that you are out of your shell, and I would have never have guessed it. Guessed it.
That's me.
Because you are so dynamic and electrifying.
And this is not my ponytails. This is my chair. So, people are like, what's that hanging off the back? That's not my hair. Believe me, it's not.
No, oh my God. That is so funny because
this is my shoulder pads. Look at my shoulder. Look at that.
Now that you say it looks like a mullet.
I was gonna say, man, he's definitely bringing the 80s back right there.
That's great.
Yeah, the Brian Bosworth and everything.
My gosh. That's
we're having fun. Well, you got to have fun or you're not doing it right. So,
man, amen to that. Well,
we're having a spaces after this, correct?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, guys, I'm going to post the link and then we're going to end this just so we don't so we stay with time and I don't go over. But I'm going to put it in there in the comments. I hope you guys all join us. It's going to start at 10:10, and it'll be on the @Dipato Show on X and my World Be Free 888 account. It'll be posted right directly under the stream. So hopefully you guys will all come in here and join the conversation. James is going to join us, which is going to be super fun. Any final thoughts? We got 1 minute. One minute. James.
Take your time. If you're new, take your time, do your research, trust no one, and you'll be okay. And keep on because I told you so.
Amen. Simon?
These are the deuces, and we are cabooses.
Step right up, let's take the dive. Crypto world is coming alive. From XRP to the blockchain beat. Join the crew where pioneers meet. Got builders, dreamers paving the way. Multi-chain vibes, we're here to stay. Wanna know? Don't wait, let's go. Dip a toe, join the Web3 flow. Take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe, show, living the dream. From the ledger to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take that chance. Join the vibe, let's crypto dance. Faces of crypto, stories we share. Early adopters, they're everywhere. From XRP to the Web3 wave. Bold moves, only we're here to pave. Melissa and Simon, they light the way. Every week it's a crypto play. Wanna know? Don't wait, let's go. Dip a toe, join the Web3 flow. Take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe, show, living the dream. From the ledger to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take that chance. Join the vibe, let's crypto dance. Let's crypto dance. rise, just a spark to ignite. Do your research, keep your vision tight. Community strong, we're building the way. Dip a toe show, here to stay. Take a step, explore the scene. Dip a toe show, living the dream. From the ledger to the stars we climb. Crypto's future, it's our time. Dip a toe, yeah, take that chance. Join the vibe, let's crypto dance. So take a chance.